it's got a cat like me that uses all the digital fucking shit. Fucking, it's all in there, bro. It's all fucking it. Maybe 4 pads or 5 pads, not fucking 8. Who gives a fuck?
Who
How
gives
many
a fuck?
times
You
do
heard
you
it from
really use
DJ
all
Mike.
8?
Who gives a fuck?
You know what I mean?
Mike said, "Who gives a fuck?" Fuck it, right?
Fuck, I want one of those, bro.
Oh, I feel you. I mean, are dope, right? I mean, they are dope.
They're dope. I want one for the house. I want one at the house, and I can bring my 62 over here.
I considered it. I'm just hard up on the S9.
On the S9, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He got that shit. That shit's dope, bro.
Yeah. Or the
That shit's
70.
super dope.
I want the 70.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
buy
the
my
new one,
S9
right?
and I'll buy the 70. Buy my S9 for like $1,300.
I'm looking at them.
It's like, huh, wait a minute.
Protection plan with that?
What comes with that, Mike?
The S9.
Okay.
S9.
As is.
15 records.
My shit ain't. My S9 ain't worth not that much, bro. First of all, that's what I paid for it. And like in end of 2017, Halloween 2017. That's what I paid for 13. When they were still like used 14, 15. You know,
They're still fucking.
there's still at least 1,000.
Yeah, dude.
I'll sell you mine for 1,000.
Hey, Sal, I'll sell you mine for 1,000.
Might as well.
What? Uh-oh, we talking deals here.
Yeah, might as well, bro.
Hey, let everybody know where we're at. Let them know.
Yo, what's good? This your boy DJ Mike, Southside Hayward on mine. We are on the YouTube channel, Cut It Up Music.
Hey, this is DJ Mike's after party. We up on there, you know what I mean?
It's yours
We
truly.
just got through with DJ Network blessing us. I mean, y'all just seen
Bang.
it. Y'all seen it. So, hey, you seen it. You blessed everybody.
Blessed, bro.
Mike.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't even ready. I'm gonna be real with you. Like we've put together the whole concept of this show and everything and what we want to do, and we're trying to bring it to reality. And I thought, well, my boy Network, I picked you like I'm gonna put Network on the first one. You said yes, so it all worked out. But as you were going and you were rocking,
Appreciate that too.
and the reality, and you were killing it, bro, killing it. The reality of it all come together, it felt really good. So I want to thank you for blessing us.
No, thank you for having me a part of it.
That,
Word,
wow,
word.
truly blessed.
Seriously.
Blessed.
Word.
Blessed.
Hey, off the top, man, how can they find you?
You can check me out at twitch.com/DJ Network, soundcloud.com/DJ Network, and my IG is DJ Network. And that's network with an E.
With E.
Yeah, not a
Don't
O.
forget it, kids. With an E.
Like twerk. Net twerk.
Twerk. Hey, on the real. So, real quick, the background of what we're trying to do here. You know, everything that's going on in 2020. I mean, I don't think it really gets much crazier. The Pentagon is
Right.
releasing UFO footage at this point. I mean, that's the level of the crazy in
That's what they're
2020,
trying
right?
to distract you from, Mike.
Right?
Don't
So-
fall for it, Mike. Don't fall for the hype.
So I'm sitting here, you know, prior to the pandemic, my man Mike White, who's right over on the side right here, Mike and I, him and I were just about all over the East Bay, Frisco, bunch of trips to Santa Cruz, rocking shows out there,
Yeah, man, I was going
Killing-
down there a lot too. I know.
killing the game.
Fuck, Mike's there. I got a gun next.
Yeah,
week, too.
right.
Fuck Mike, I got a gun too.
And right.
Yeah.
Yeah, middle of March, we all know what happened, and the DJ game changed.
Oh, big time.
We all went through that IG Live and Facebook Live thing. Then they start cracking down. Now everybody's going to Twitch, and the
See how
game.
long Twitch lasts.
Right. I'm a cat. You know, I'm on the tables every night. I'm coming into the studio nightly and until I went back to work and did my thing and kept myself tight. But what do you do right now during the pandemic? What can I do to give back to my DJ community that's given me so much and help push and keep myself relevant? And watching YouTube, watching things like The Boiler Room, the Mike D show and everything. I'm like, what if we had something right here and seeing the facilities I already have in place, talking to my man Mace the Tablist, we came up with this show, DJ Mike and Friends, and basically we're gonna try our best to highlight different DJs in the Bay Area of all different styles. And starting off with my man, some of you know him, some of you don't, DJ Network.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Hello. Hello there, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah.
So if you've checked out the DJ Mike and Friends show, first episode, you just saw Network put on a clinic. He took y'all to school.
Great fucking clinic.
Set
God
the
damn it.
bar.
No bullshit.
No bullshit. Now, I don't know who's next, but
God. Feel sorry for him.
here's the example set in
I
front
know
of you,
they
man.
I appreciate
Right,
that. I
right.
appreciate that.
Network, give us a little bit, and you can talk a little louder, please.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit into your background and where you come from, DJ wise, and what have you.
Man, I've been DJing actually since 1997. It's been a long time on and off. I started off doing like house parties or in my bedroom doing it for the family and whatnot. My father actually DJ'd, so he was really deep in it professionally. He did clubs. He did this club in Hayward called Mexicali Rose.
Yes, on mission.
Back in the day.
Way
Yeah.
back, used to crack.
Yeah, and then before that in the 80s, he was in a crew called Ultimate Sounds.
Okay.
So then I carried the torch and started DJing. 97, 98, I started really doing parties. But I was a real cocky kid. I learned how to mix, and I take my crates around to like different parties and stuff and ask DJs to battle. And it wasn't like I was so cocky. I was like, how about we trade crates and we'll battle. Yeah, and I lost a lot.
Hey, we all did. We all
Ouch.
did.
Yeah,
Shit.
but I roasted
Win
a
some,
lot
lose
too.
some.
You know,
That's what it is.
You know,
Live and
and,
learn from it, right? Yeah.
yeah, and I went through my cocky phase, and then I had to move up north, and I got into b-boying, and then like
Big shout out to you. I used to be a b-boy since I was like 5 years old, little kid. Yeah.
that's what's
I've
up,
been doing
man.
it for like at least 12 years. So
By the time I was 18, I was pretty much done with it. I
Yeah.
was into DJing and graffiti and partying and, you know what I mean, shit like that. So I just grew out of it. But my longest memories of hip hop was breakdance, man.
Man, so you know how those ciphers are. It's intoxicating.
Oh yeah, no, I've been to Radiotron. I went to B-Boy Summit.
Okay.
The last ones. Yeah, I mean, I used to do all that shit, man.
Man, dude, I can't stop. Even like now, I kind of like.
Well, you
Future
know,
trip,
I ain't put on a little pounds since then, you know what I mean? Put a little weight.
I've been thinking about like pop locking and shit because I can't really do.
Yeah.
shit.
Just try to stick with something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then
I feel you, man.
Yo, and I
I
started.
miss it a lot. I miss it a lot.
That's what's up.
It's crazy.
Hey,
man.
so check this out, man. Watching you just a little bit ago,
So you've
Yeah.
been in like your whole life. though,
His
pretty
whole
much around
life.
it.
Pretty much, man.
This kind of stuff. yeah.
murdering it. You were murdering.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when I met Network was using a Newmark NS7 controller, right? And this is a time where I still had a little bit of that attitude, like, fucking controller DJ.
Yeah.
I had never really I'll be real, until Newmark Network. I never really heard anybody kill it on a controller.
I've seen some good people.
Well,
I've seen
I ha-
Shortcut do it
I have
on-
now.
like,
I have
oh,
now,
God,
right?
okay.
There's a lot
But
of
when
good
I
people.
first saw this
But I
cat,
still don't like it.
he was being added to a lineup at an event, a regular event we were doing.
Yeah.
And I'm just being 100. That a friend of ours, JPZ, big shouts out to JP.
JPZ.
Down in LA, killing the motherfucking game. And he was bringing Network in. Network's going to start DJing half the show. And I was like, wait, you're bringing...
Well, wait a minute.
Wait, what the fuck? Like,
Wait a
you know
minute.
what I'm saying? I'm like, Network. Then, I think at the time we were still trying to keep it more hip-hop oriented. Network was like playing open format. And, what the fuck? This is supposed to be a hip-hop show.
Yeah.
And but as I watched Network, listened to Network, vibed with Network, I'm like, this brother right here is the real fucking
Oh, yeah,
guy.
So
definitely.
real quick,
Yeah.
the reason like I played everything at these hip hop events is because like my understanding or the way I see it, hip hop is all genres of music. It has
Really
the
is.
opportunity and potential to be, and like what the turntables
Okay,
allow me to do
well,
is to remix those.
It is, but I would say there is a formula now. I think the way that we were taught and grew up, that is the way. Like a lot of people from the '80s, because they were really creating and originating that sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think hip hop does have a certain sound. I mean, I think it does now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say
think
yes
it
and
does.
no. I say yes and no. What I'll say about it is this.
But I mean, originally hip hop comes from everything. Yeah,
Right, it
they
really
sampled
does.
everything.
What I'm
But-
gonna say, what I'm
Disco,
gonna say
all that.
today.
Oh yeah.
This is how I describe myself, especially doing.
Well, I would say, well, most people think of hip hop, they think of boom bap. Really.
Right.
Nice
I tell
boom bap.
people like this. I may not always be playing hip hop, but the way I DJ, the
It's
kind of DJ I
Exactly.
am,
That's like
is
me,
hip-hop.
'cause I hate the club shit.
you know what I'm saying?
But I still flip it. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna still cut it and scratch flip
Word,
it. Like
exactly.
if it was a dope hip hop.
Right,
Yeah.
I'll be out there deprived and cutting up
No.
disco and 70s.
shit
And
I don't like
I'm
it,
going
but,
back, yeah, the
yeah.
whole thing.
Well, another thing is with boom bap or backpack, I consider that like a subgenre of hip hop.
Yeah. Well, it is because that's not what original hip hop.
Yeah, because there's
came out.
commercial rap, which is based off of hip hop. There's that boom bap. There's worldly hip hop, and I don't know. It's just so. I think of it, or how I grab inspiration to continue.
But it's
to build
generational, is
sets.
what I'm trying to say. Because
Okay.
you
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
a young kid today what hip hop is, he's gonna probably say something
Oh yeah.
he
Yeah.
wouldn't like.
Because I
Right.
mean, in the '80s,
Probably
freestyle
say
music.
it- He'll probably say it like he really don't know where it came from. His hip hop, his understanding of hip hop is probably from pops, but they do it their way. He
Right.
have a total
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah.
And that's
So
real.
what I would do it. I would ask that young man, what does hip hop sound like to you?
Yeah.
Then we can start talking.
And that's
Yeah.
real. My son,
But I always look at it, you remember, like you say, boom bap is a genre, and it's true because hip hop is, it's always evolving. Every single day, it's only gonna evolve and evolve and evolve more
Yeah.
and more until eternity stops.
Word.
Like it's gonna just keep going and keep. That's just part of life. Everything evolves.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I mean?
like,
I mean everything
and,
evolves.
and if you ever look at like, I mean,
So what
let's
I
look
mean
at-
is like it's more generational.
yeah.
Like of course we love boom bap. We grew up with it. You know what I mean?
Understanding.
But a 16-year-old
He
kid
needs
today
a
probably
mic.
didn't
He
grow up
needs a
with boom
mic.
bap. You know what I mean?
Depends on what part of the states he grew up in. But real quick, like if you look at Cool Herc, he was mixing soul, disco,
Yeah.
funk,
Reggae.
maybe even
Yeah.
like the clap clap song, which is like a rock song,
right.
right? And turning it into hip hop. So that's like where my understanding and how I build my sets. Like when I DJ,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't try to limit myself or use crates. I just put whatever sounds good.
Dope.
yeah.
Real dope. Real dope.
Yeah.
Real dope. How did you feel about your set tonight?
Yeah, how'd you feel about yourself?
I'm happy, but you know, it's always like there were a couple cringeworthy
Always
moments
improvements you could
where I was
do,
like,
yeah.
oh man, I missed that cut or I
Man,
did that.
That
But I just stick and move
Well,
now.
we didn't hear it because it sounds
we didn't
awesome.
hear it. Yeah.
appreciate
No,
it.
and I'm the
Fucking
same way.
awesome.
I'm the same way.
What was your release then?
Because I'll sit there myself, I know, and I'll be like, oh my god, that shit was horrible.
Oh,
And I
man.
listen to it back,
I
like,
was
oh,
train
it's pretty
wrecking it.
decent, yeah. So no, hey, we thought you sounded absolutely
sounded awesome, bro.
amazing.
Yo, bro.
There's
Definitely
not
set the bar.
right, definitely
set the bar. Don't
bar.
come with no whack shit.
Uh.
To Mike's, you know, don't come to Mike's
Right.
bullshit with no
had
bullshit.
me, had Mason, and I sitting there like, man, we gotta
I
practice.
practice
this.
tomorrow.
Fuck, shit.
I step my game up tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Man,
That's what
so
we need on as artists, though, is inspiration.
Oh,
man.
definitely.
How
Yeah.
we do it is we reveal our talents, which mostly live.
Yeah.
Dig that. I dig that, man. But I really appreciate the love, man, because
Oh, no.
I was nervous about it tonight. Honestly, I haven't really been DJing in
he
a long
texted
time.
me earlier today.
Yeah.
He wanted to know if we could
Room
postpone
blessed
it.
him too, though.
Oh, no. Tell him no.
You gotta talk about how the space alone blesses. Though.
Yeah.
It brings
It
it
looks
out of you,
dope,
bro.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that
I
space.
be
spot
having
is
the
dope.
same feeling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
too
because
shabby.
you
There's
rap-
something about that
Yeah.
space. What did
Yeah,
you think
yeah.
of the space?
I like
It's
it.
beautiful.
It's like,
I love
it feels
this
like
whole
a stage,
facility.
right?
Yeah, for
It
real.
feels like
Yeah.
a stage. Yeah.
Mike's right. We got Mike and I over here on the side, and we didn't mic him up. Now he's in the conversation, Mike. We need to get a
I'm just in company. Y'all got the microphone.
We get you a
Mike
mic,
and I,
Mike. We get you a
Limousine
mic.
10.
I think we need to get him a mic. I think we
I know
need to
they
get
hear
him a
me.
mic.
I mean, I know I'm at a frequency. My
Hey,
voice
but-
sound
but,
like a
uh,
kid, actually.
Nah, it was real dope. So I mean,
That's dope to you. Quote me.
you said you've been DJing since '97.
97, and then I took a break, got into b-boying, and
Right.
I actually just started digging. You know,
Yeah, you were
and,
talking about that earlier.
yeah, I started digging around that time, like really
Hey, yeah,
digging,
grab that for me.
taking a fucking
That black thing. See it? Yeah.
This is the real shit, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah. So my get down would be I take a bus and a BART train to Berkeley
Yeah, same
and dig.
Put it like in
You know, I go
Same
to,
exact
That's
shit.
it.
you know,
I used to get my little round table pizza check from the Tennyson Road round table.
man, dude. And go to
back-
Rasputin.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'd fucking get my
Brought
little
some
check
Walmart.
on like Tuesdays. Wednesdays I was in Berkeley at Leopold's, Amoeba, Rasputin's Tower. See, I know it well.
I had this thing, like, I always knew that Rasputin would kick out hella records,
Yeah,
like, at a certain day, and I
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah,
always be there early in the morning,
Digging.
cut school,
yeah.
and then I just grab the whole stack, and
I
I,
used to be like
look
that
through
when
the
I was
breaks.
bombing, dude, 'cause I got into graffiti a lot.
Now,
man,
Ditch
you-
school, go
you-
steal spray paint and shit, markers. And
I was
all
racking
that.
records
Oh,
too.
my God.
Shout out to Rasputin.
right? R.I.P. to the Rasputins in San Lorenzo, which is really the main record store left in that whole entire area. So that entire area now
Make sure it's on.
has no record stores until you get to like downtown Oakland, Berkeley.
I gotta say too, I know it's hard to like maneuver and get out right now because of COVID, but if you can support your local businesses, go out there and dig.
Especially
Do
your
it
local
safe.
record store. If you got a
Right.
record
Yeah.
store open,
Right.
please go get some records. Best
'Cause-
time to listen to them right now. You know
Right
what I mean?
now,
I buy online. I do buy online, but like majority of it comes from digging
On-
and building
as long as it's
relationships with the
on-
record
on-
now,
owners.
we were just
Record
talking
store
about
owners.
we were
Should
just
be
talking
on.
about that because
When it's on, that
Network
means the
was just
battery's
telling
dead.
me you
So when
cop.
it's
What
off,
did you
it's
just
good.
cop? Like
But I mean-
200 something 45s or something like that?
Yeah,
'cause it would
I
be
just
lit
copped
up.
about 245s
So if it's in
at
the opposition-
a local record shop.
And I was telling him I've bought like
I can
one
see it.
record
Yeah, go talk.
recently. and
Just jumping.
anybody that knew me
It's jumping, Mike.
15,
We live.
20, 25 years ago, they knew I was about that life. You know, my hands are
Yeah,
dirty
yeah.
from just
Nah, I feel you.
going through records, walking down the street, you know. And
I used to be
the
big on
difference
digging.
today,
Since I had
especially
four-
for
I got
me
four
and you
kids,
as well,
so
is digital
no more,
DJing.
no more digging.
Right.
No more digging.
No more digging.
Diaper digging.
Right.
now.
So with that, how do you feel about vinyl versus digital Serato?
I like it both. I like them both. In the beginning, I was like protesting,
Yeah,
like
me
no
too, me
way.
too.
I used to go to gigs, and my partners all had like their Serato computer set
When
up, and I had
first
my
seen
4
the box,
crates.
My boy had the box. Yeah, I first, but then again, after I first seen it, I was, once I started all the kids and shit, I was
Right.
like, I would tell you, Serato, that's like a poor DJ's dream come true. Like, oh, I loved it. Like, I got instant doubles
Man,
of everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Doubles
tell
for
y'all.
days.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right?
Instead of just the two same records that sound fucked up.
Right.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
real.
Let me tell you this. This is
Shit
the
gets
craziest
fuzzy at the
story.
beginning of the record
Yeah.
from so many plays.
Right. This is like 2004, right? I'm DJing a hip hop show at a place called Blake's on Telegraph Ave in Berkeley. And they had an under, you go under and it was a little club, right?
Yeah.
They used to put on a lot of hip hop shows. So this was one of those shows where the promoter, the groups needed a DJ set up for their DJs with the groups, and they needed a DJ for the show. The promoter hires me and tells them there's going to be turntables there. And I was a different kind of individual in my life back then. I was working out. I was on a lot of testosterone. I was like, what? You know, so I get to the show. Next thing you know, all these cats are planning to use my setup. And I was not feeling it. And I was pissed all night, right?
Oh, I remember you told me that.
Yeah, I was telling Mace this story.
Yeah.
The last group that performed that night, I can't tell you who they were. the DJ is getting ready for his set, their set, and he starts unplugging my turntables. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Leave the shit's cool.
Oh, shit. Oh, he starts
05,
touching
05
it?
Pro and some 1200 Mark IIs,
Starts
right?
touching shit? Oh,
Start unplugging on. I'm like, why are you unplugging all my
Whoa,
shit?
whoa.
He goes like this.
Whoa.
He's all,
Oh.
I gotta plug in my
ahead, go
interface.
ahead.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Plug in my interface?
Who it is?
I was like, what kind of shit? Bro, when I would do shows with groups, I'd have a stack of records. Like, these are the show records, right?
Come
And,
here, man.
What's up, bro?
And,
Yeah, long
Come on.
time.
oh, come on, Benny. We got man, DJ Benny in the
How
house.
you doing, brother?
DJ
Good to see
Benny
you.
Yeah.
Gonzalez.
So this
Steady,
cat
steady.
comes on. He's got like
Grab
2
that.
show records.
Grab that
And
mic.
he's doing this whole. He sets a laptop up on a stool next to the turn. Man, you would have thought I just saw Bigfoot, UFOs. I was the wildest shit I ever saw in 2004. And here we are, like, what, 15, 16 years later. It's been the standard.
Bro, I remember after I got acclimated to it, got my own setup, all the stuff, right? And I showed my father,
Yeah.
and he used to dream. He used to do the needle dropping. So
Okay.
he would pull it back after a bar, and then come back and then scratch it over a beat, mix it. Anyways, when I pressed that button, he must have tripped out, bro, and been pressing that button for like 15 fucking minutes. I swear.
Well,
it was
because
ridiculous.
he's how old's your dad?
My dad's 54 now.
Okay, so he's about 10 years older than me, plus or minus. We'll leave it at that. So the luxuries when he was coming up is when Newmarks came out, and the high-end Newmarks on the side would be those 19-inch rack Newmark mixers, and then on one side you'd have the trigger sampler. And you might only have 4, 6, or 8 seconds, and with the pitch you can make it longer. Some of them had little banks, you know.
I remember that. I remember the
And
05
that's all
Pro.
you had. So you could loop something in that little bank and sit there and like with the trigger, that was all you had. And you couldn't just like we do with the pads. You have to boom,
Yeah.
boom. You know, so yeah, that's I know when I first saw the Dicers, I was on the fence for a long time with Serato. And when they came with the Dicers, that's when they started to get me. It was over after that. Because those Dicers were so next. It was everything you wanted
DJ Pennington
30
said
years
it.
ago.
Had to
The
take a break,
Dicers were everything you wanted
y'all.
30
Party
years
too
ago.
hard.
You know? So yeah, man.
Oh,
I noticed too. So like, there's different setups. You really jamming on that Rain 57.
Yeah, I like the 57. As you said earlier, I was on the whatchamacallit, the NS7 for a long time.
Yeah.
That was actually out of necessity. I was just bedroom DJing, and then I came across the Boom Boom Room, and or actually Oroku Saki from the Boom Boom Room,
oh, big shout. I was
He-
talking to Boom Boom.
yeah.
I DJ'd there. He DJ'd there.
and he introduced me to
I know all them cats.
yep, for sure. Shout out to Kev, Boom Boom Room,
Kevy Kev.
Unlearn.
Yeah, DJ
Big,
Kev,
big
shout to
Kev.
Marlon,
Thank you,
Unlearn,
Kev.
All the homies.
But they invited me over there to build, and we just went from there and started showing up with my NS7 and started getting more gigs, and it was like gig after gig after gig, and really all thanks to that crew giving their support.
Real fucking.
Yeah,
dope.
JPZ putting me on,
Yeah.
you know, and then
That's the homie, JB.
Yeah.
I went into doing like art gigs because I spray paint, I do abstract
okay.
art, I draw.
I'm seeing a lot of that
Tattoo.
on your social media.
Yeah.
How'd you get into doing all that?
Oh man, I've always wanted to throughout the years, you know, and I just started concentrating on it,
Dope.
you know, and I need a break from DJing. It used to be like I could do that shit from, you know, sunrise to sunrise,
Right.
you know, but now like I realize I got to spread it out to keep fresh, to keep creative, and different mediums is the
Exactly.
way, you know, for me
Because
anyways.
I feel myself like a lot of DJs that do it not out of necessity, basically. I feel like a lot of them don't have a lot of creativity because they're DJing every night. Like
Yeah,
every night,
I-
back to back, they're playing the
I
same.
found myself in that
I found
very
myself in
situation.
that too, kind of, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So now I've been, right before all this happened, I was just kind of working with the selected homies that I
Yeah.
felt like I was going to blow up bigger.
I'll
because
say for
the
me,
residency for me, I don't really care. I like it and I don't. Only residency I really like if they let me do what I want, the hip hop shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
But if it's a regular shit, I really don't like it. I mean, I don't know. I like to travel. So
Yeah.
I DJed a lot on the road, so it's like
fire,
I
fire,
like to
fire.
travel. Fuck that.
yeah, for real, because I really,
You're
I
only
like
gonna
doing
get so big in
monthlies.
your own city anyway.
yeah,
Right.
With
Now you
5,000
were
other DJs, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You're only gonna go so far, and you know what I mean? Gotta leave.
right now, Network. You were part of the. As you were speaking on the ROTC family,
Yeah,
Yeah.
hip hop ROTC
still love
at the
there.
Boom Boom Room,
Yeah.
That
and
where I know you hit your work.
yeah,
Have you heard
yeah.
of it?
Maybe if you remember
Yeah.
you on the controller.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
only been there.
Probably talking shit. Look at
I've
that
only
fucking
been going
dude
there
on
a
a
couple
controller.
years, not that long.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the climate we're in, there's no shows. I mean, how are you feeling as a DJ? There's no question in my mind you love DJing. The way you DJ, I know you love DJing. And as a,
It
how are you
sucks,
feeling?
bro,
How are
know,
you feeling
shit.
right
That's
now?
That's an easy answer. It sucks.
Yeah,
There ain't
it
nothing else to say, but it sucks. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? You gotta just roll the punches,
Roll the
right? I
punches.
mean, but it sucks.
I think generally across the board it sucks. Although
And not just DJing. There's a lot of shit you can't do. Like just be able to get in the car and go to a show. Or
Word.
Yeah, I mean,
Word.
yeah, it
It's-
sucks. It kind of sucks.
it's also been kind of like an opportune time to practice other tools or
Yeah,
use
yeah.
other tools. Excuse
Right.
me, because I mean before I would automatically go out or I'd be doing this or doing that. But now, like, I find myself at home really focusing on other things that
Yeah.
I've been lacking, opening up those books,
Yeah,
using
yeah,
that,
yeah.
using those paints or just rebuilding, you know.
Learning something
With
new. See,
family.
that's what I just was talking about on my other show the other day. You should be learning something right now.
Yeah.
Something.
You should be doing something, or at least mastering something you already do,
Yeah.
because everybody got time right now. And not even, I don't care if you work, there's still a little bit of free time. Because all this shit you used to waste time on, no one can. So,
I went back
just
to
put
work. I
aside a
was
little
worried
bit of
that I've had these months where I've just been focusing
Yeah.
so much on this music shit. And I was worried, oh, now I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna start getting here we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm doing just fine. There's plenty of time if you want. If you're really hungry, and you really want it to make it happen.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
can make it
yeah,
happen.
no. But it just sucks, flat out. There ain't nothing else to say.
No,
It
man,
sucks right
it
now.
is what
These
it
times
is.
suck. I mean, it just sucks.
It's
Especially for us in the entertainment. I mean, it's definitely 100%. If you like to see that stuff.
what I appreciate though right now is how resilient we are. We've become.
I would say that too. I would say people have done a lot of self-reflection too and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
motherfuckers is cooking right now, bro.
well, that too. A lot of people are learning how to cook a lot, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You should be learning something though. Like, if you like to cook, you should be really honing in on it right now. I mean, YouTube has a tutorial on every motherfucking aspect of life.
For real.
Like literally everything is on YouTube.
I can purify water now.
Everything. Type it in. I guarantee you there's a video,
real,
right?
bro, yeah.
100%.
I want to do kite surfing, right? And I was looking on a DIY how to
It's
build a
on there.
kite because I'm a
Everything.
cheapskate, bro. That's
Not
another reason
cheaply,
why.
I mean, it's, you know,
I'm
frugal.
It just feels better too, you know,
Yeah, true.
and saves money.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That's a big reason why I stayed on the NS7 so long because I didn't want to invest too much in equipment. I
Bro,
didn't want to, man.
I told you that Newmark is like
Well,
lovely, bro.
my attitude's changed
You're
since
gonna
then.
like it if you get it.
So like now I'm just taking my time, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had like a 62 or something, I'd be a happy camper. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm not gonna complain.
yeah. The biggest issue is like just the software issue with my 57 because I have to run my PC.
I know. I told you I had that for years
Yeah.
until I got that. You know
Now
what
you
I
can
mean?
do both?
And that shit. No, I don't even use my 57 no more. Really, I just use that Newmark.
Yeah.
Straight Serato.
That little
Pro
Newmark
DJ, you know what I
scratch
mean?
is a beast.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a fucking beast, bro.
In time, I fell in love with
But if you
digging
got the
again,
money,
man.
definitely.
Yeah,
the
that's
70
the
is
thing.
dope. He always shows me
I
on
want a
time.
70. I want.
The 70 is
Don't
dope.
let, if I wasn't paying so much child support, and I'm taking all my little checks.
Shout out to child support. Shout out to
I'd
child
already
support.
probably
Right
bought
here,
one
Mike's
already. You
after
know what I mean?
party. You get fucked up talking.
Shout out to child support.
Child
Shout out
support.
to all the children out there.
Yeah.
Support them.
That's the way to do it, though. No, that's real. If you're paying support, That's a good thing. That's
I'll
something
keep
to
it
be-
real. I'm paying
good
support, and I have my daughter with me.
Okay. Let me know something.
feel
man.
Yeah,
I feel
it's that kind of situation. Anyway, it's DJ Talk right here, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
have been. No, that was
And,
definitely a dope set, bro. Your shit's tight. Yeah,
Give me
we're-
some like what could I have fixed? I want to hear what like I could have did
What?
better.
Uh,
Oh, I don't do criticism. Like
your
that.
hair, I don't know, man. That shit was raw.
Come on, man.
That shit was real raw.
I appreciate
And
it.
I
bro.
paid
appreciate
attention
it.
to the majority of the mix. I had it
I
live
mean,
on,
I like
on
the
Instagram.
variety of beats. That's
Yeah, the
one
variety was
highlight.
real dope.
Thank you.
I don't see
You
too
know.
many flaws, bro.
Nah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
You
it.
did some
man.
real.
I wasn't looking for the flaws. I was looking, just enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, so.
It definitely showed your seasoning. Shows your practice.
Yeah, we gotta have you back.
You know
out,
what
do
I
some
mean?
More shit, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to,
Let's
man.
come through scratch, bro. I'm here. I scratch all the time. Scratch.
Ace is a scratcher.
I try, man. There's so much more to learn, you know. Like I'm
I
just
can
like,
tell you, all it's gonna take is time.
yeah, for real.
That's how I look
Years.
at
I've
it.
been scratching for like 20
Yeah.
years, so it's like.
I look at this whole thing
Takes
for me.
time.
It's like a life thing. You know, I go through different phases. There's times I just came from a year with no studio, no real genuine place to practice.
Me too, pretty much.
You
same
know what I
shit.
mean? But I held in it. I'd come and rent a studio here sometimes for a day just to practice. I did eventually have a little setup at the house, but it ain't like it would have to be in the
Yeah,
headphones,
quiet, or
whatever.
Couldn't be this time.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
So
kids are here.
I've been through all different phases. I'm good. Phases and everything with this shit. And I think if you just stick with it, you eventually go through the different phases of it. For a while, maybe you're messing with beat juggling. For a while, you're messing with scratching.
I gotta
So,
get my
you know.
my goal this week. I'm lagging. I need to get my phase hooked up. I got
Oh.
a phase.
I seen that
I
box.
need to get them hooked up.
What do you think of things like phase versus needles?
I think it's so cool.
I
kinda
can't
just
wait because
geek
I'm
out
gonna
on
juggle
this
all
shit.
day and night, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I
ridiculous.
am. I'm not. I don't know if I'm ready.
You got them, don't you, baby?
No, I don't have phase.
Oh, I thought you had 'em.
No, I've been on. I've been living the 2020 life.
But
I
no,
got-
I,
I
no,
don't
I find it
I'm paying child
difficult.
support and I have my daughter. We
find it
discussed
what?
that. I can't afford phase.
I find it difficult to kind of. I have a technique. I'm sure you guys are familiar with, like with speeding up
Yeah.
or slowing down the record
On
with
the spindle.
On the spindle.
Me as well.
Oh, see, I
So,
don't do that.
It
So
gets
I'm
in the
lucky.
way.
That's
It gets in the
that's
way.
the main reason why I
I,
haven't stretched and said, "Let me go get this."
I just flick it.
some
kinda
guys.
for it.
It works for some guys.
I
got
don't do
it.
that thing.
I got a
like a-
real
I
nice.
don't
For
know
me,
what
I
it
just
is.
flick it. I can just
The
see
shit
it, you know
I'm
what I
using
mean?
right now is real
And
nice
when I
and
slow
real
it down,
slippery.
I rub the side. Let the
Yeah,
slide,
a lot of
rub
cats
the
do that
side,
too.
Upside.
I don't rub
or
the
flick
side,
it.
although a lot of cats do
I
that.
do the side all the time. Yeah.
I think that was just like my camp. Like growing up, I grew up with a couple other DJs, and I seen my father do it. And he
No, I
used to-
see. I mean, most. I would
Yeah.
say most. I'm like, nah. I just
But a lot of cats
push
do
it
the
forward.
little.
Maybe it's because I scratch a lot though too. So like,
Yeah,
my hands is always on my
Yeah.
record. Like
you've learned that
constantly,
technique.
constantly. Yeah,
Word.
yeah.
Word.
Because I scratch forward and back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never got used to that. So I'm lucky when it comes to phase, and yeah, because that is an issue with phase.
Yeah.
It's right above, like right equal with it almost. You know what I mean?
I was at my partner Chicken Scratch's house, and he
But it is clean though
Yeah.
because the signal's 100% though.
for real.
I was watching.
real.
But I don't
amazing.
know because I got order phones.
Yeah.
They're like pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
That's why I've been hesitating with the phase. I just use the one, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, those white Ortofon
I got
scratch.
Those white ones, yeah.
That
they
shit's
shout
dope.
Sick Nick, yeah.
That shit's hella dope. That if I was to buy some new needles, those are exactly what I'd
That's
buy
what
right
I'm gonna get another pair just to have. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking dope, real dope.
I got Statin 120.
Yeah.
120s.
120, the original Statin, basically.
I always used to get the 580s and the 680s.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, on the
one.
needles?
Yeah, I never got Shores.
Fine.
was
I
always
am.
fan.
I had 680s all through the 90s.
I know. I always
I
had
know how to set up
44 or,
680s.
SCs.
See, I don't even know what those are.
SCs.
680
I have SCs.
ELs.
They're blue.
ELs. 680 ELs. They were like goldish silver.
No, I had the blue, the SCs. The
Oh.
original SC35, right?
Yeah.
They're blue. Like, you know, M44 is white.
Yeah.
No.
This one's blue. I got it, so.
Fucking. I used to
Sort
get those
of.
Stanton 680s so solid on records.
I like them better, though.
You
'cause
could
SCs
lift the
were-
turntable up
SCs
like this.
had more of a raw sound.
But that shit would eat your
SC
records.
had way more raw sound than 44. 44 was like too clean.
I
crisp.
think the SCs are supposed to have a
SCs
little
were
better
more
sound.
like the old school sound.
Yeah.
With the 680s, it was all about sound for me. At least.
They were better sounding than the
The
500s.
SCs were like.
But when the Ortofons came out
Sounded
sound wise, they left those Stantons in the dust. And then Stanton tried to come with those Track Masters.
Oh,
But
yeah,
the Track
yeah,
Masters,
yeah.
the Ortofons already, they already
Killed it.
killed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
And
Ortofons.
it's so ill because in the 80s, 90s, I don't know about before that, I wasn't around. But Stanton was like the DJ needle.
Oh, yeah, everybody
We don't
had
even talk
500.
about Stantons no more.
Everybody had 500s.
500 because they were
Or
affordable.
680s. Yeah.
Affordable, you know. You could get two 500s for like what brand new for like 60 or 80 bucks.
Oh, yeah, maybe cheaper. if I
Yeah, maybe even
remember, yeah.
cheaper eventually.
'Cause I used to
Those are
get
so
the needles
fucking
from
expensive
Henry.
now, bro.
Yeah.
Big shout out DJ Henry.
Big shouts out to DJ.
When he had his shop way back in the days in Stockton and Lodi,
Okay.
he'd sell them for like $15 for a stylist. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were
40 bucks.
cheap. They were real cheap.
Just going out the soccer rack.
I'll tell you
That's
another
needle.
story real quick. I was trying to come up doing this shit. I had one turntable and a DJ mixer, and my boy broke my needle. It was just a hi-fi
shit.
needle, whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna put a DJ needle on my turntable.
Yeah, yeah.
So being from South Hayward, Southside Hayward on mine, and where's the closest store that would have something like that? It was Music Unlimited in San Leandro on East 14th. I go over to that spot, right? Anybody who knows anything about Music Unlimited, If Guitar Center's got it for $5,
Yeah,
Music
yeah,
Unlimited
yeah.
has it for $7.50, maybe $8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go in there. I'm 18 years old. I got my little round table pizza job money. I'm gonna buy me a real DJ needle and cartridge.
What you
This
get?
fool charged me like $100 for a 500 AL. And later on, I found out. You know, I
Wow.
get 500 ALs
Fuck
for
that.
$30, 40. You know what I mean? But that's the Chronicles are coming up in the game back in the day, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got lucky. So.
You supported his business though. I mean,
Yeah, right. I supported his
I grew
business.
up going to
Yeah.
Henry. So
Yeah.
that was good.
Right. Man, network, it's been real dope. It was real dope having you on, man. You murdered it. And run your social media. How can people find you?
You can catch me at DJ Network on IG, DJ Network. SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/DJ Network. Twitch is twitch.com/DJ Network. And that's Network, Network,
What an E.
with an E.
What an E.
Yeah. Again, I want to thank you guys.
Cut it up music with a C.
Yeah.
Cut it up
yeah.
music with a
Scratch
C.
fight with a K.
Yeah. Hey, but I really appreciate you guys
Nah, man,
having
you gotta
me.
come scratch, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
word.
I'm down the session. I live in Oakland, so I'm up the street.
Yeah, it's all family over here, man. All family. And again, debut episode. DJ Mike and Friends. What is this particular
the
show
after
called?
party.
This is the
Mike's
after party.
yeah.
DJ Mike after party.
Mike's after
Mace the
party.
Tablist, DJ Network, yours truly, DJ Mike. We're going to do everything we can to bring you a fresh DJ every week. Talk about this DJ culture, DJ business,
Who's your
DJ
well, who
life.
you watching right now? Who are you listening to?
The only one I've been really listening
A
to
lot of
is
that.
I tune in to Kevy Kev because he's the most
Yeah,
consistent.
yeah. Big shout,
Or
Kev.
big
Kev.
shout out to
Kev.
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 Who has me inspired?
Malachi sometimes.
Malachi's the dude.
And Motown, they just been killing it, man.
Yeah.
Every Monday, like they have people from all over the world, really. And I just check them out because the skill level's so high. So like I'm always like watching them and seeing what they're doing and going back to the lab, man.
Right. Now I know a while back we would talk and you were like, I want to do the Red Bull freestyle. I want to get into the Red Bull 3 style. And I was telling you then you were still on the controller and I was like, well, you're gonna have to start learning on your turntables, man.
I was like, fuck that, man. I could do it with my NS7.
I think before you probably could have, but I noticed now they're all Pioneer PLXs and an S9. you know?
Yeah.
So, is that a goal you still have?
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna see how this next year goes.
Right.
You know, and I'm just gonna take it day by day, man.
Word.
That's all we all can do. Right?
Word.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm lucky I got this. I mean, if it wasn't for these times, this wouldn't even be here. So I'm very.
Let me
blessed.
tell you.
I am hungry though. I am. Just let y'all know.
That's good though. Always
Right.
stay hungry. You know what I mean?
Right.
As you get older though, you'll see. You know for me, it's just other goals too. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I have.
Real
Yeah,
house.
you know what it is for me.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
gonna
even
tell
in
you.
the music industry, you know what I mean? Like I used to be big on the battling. Now I can really give a shit.
I could give a shit.
You know
I-
what mean?
I'm
I
gonna
battle
tell you, I'm not
myself
hungry.
now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
I'm not hungry.
I'm battling more goals. You know what I mean? Trying to achieve
Exactly.
and shit like that. You know what I mean? But now every now and then, you know, you feel like I don't know. With that, I might be ready for DMC now.
These cats got
Submit a
goals.
video. Like there's no requests.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've been
I wouldn't
considering
mind-
all
I-
those
I
things.
can't wait for a live one to come back.
These cats got goals right here. I got no goals with this shit. My goal is to do DJ Mike.
Southside.
On mine. Southside on mine.
DJ Mike and
Big
friends.
shout out to the staff,
And
baby. Big
put
shout out to
put
the
put
staff.
all y'all on, man. Put all y'all
I
on.
appreciate
Oh,
that.
you know
I'm
me,
not.
man. I'm
I'm
just trying
not.
to build this
I'm not even
network.
hungry at this DJ
I'm just
shit.
trying to
I
build
just
my
do
network. And
Shout
have
out
all
to
my
DJ
friends.
it.
I'm just trying to have all my friends with me.
Word,
That's
word,
it.
real.
So we
It
can
really
all
is.
eat at the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
I
it's,
want
all it is.
it's I don't know. You know,
There's a lot of egos involved in this
a
shit.
lot
though,
of
trust me.
egos. Everybody.
Trust
A lot of guys with egos that can't back them up.
Yeah. Well, I used to live in that, you know, live in that ego mindset, but like now it's just when I do fail or I do something that I fuck up, I just go back and I don't beat myself up about it no more. I just stick and
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
You know,
Keep
so
going. Yeah.
the hunger for the Red Bull thing is just I want to be able to.
Well, let me know, cause I'll show up and support.
All right.
Because you're
I
pretty
just-
dope. I can see you in there. I can see. I've been to 2 or 3 of them. They're dope. I mean, you know, I'm from the old school generation, but they're dope, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they're dope. I mean, they're cool.
They're dope.
It's not
It's a
like
different-
old school DMC.
What's it different
but
than the
it's
DMC?
dope.
It's
Yeah.
a whole different animal.
But
It's a
still
different
dope.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the last one, Lazy Boy. Yeah, when there. Yeah,
He fucking
smashed
killed that.
Lazy
dude.
Boy. I was there that night.
Shout out
That shit
DJ
was
Lazy
so
Boy. You gotta
amazing.
Shout
get
out
your
to
ass
Greg.
down here too.
Got
Shit.
for real.
Get your ass down here.
Yeah, I'm showing what's
Come hang
really
out
going
with
on.
DJ
man.
Mike.
DJ Mike and friends. Hey, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Network, we want to thank you for coming and blessing us, blessing the first show. Thank you to Mace. You're gonna be able to check this out on Cut It Up Music on
Every
YouTube.
Thursday,
He just told
8
me
p.m.
every Thursday, 8 p.m.
Check
So
with us.
we better get to
DJ
work.
Mike and friends. This is Mike's after party. It's right after the set. Stay with us.
Word.
Hey,
It's all
ain't going
blessings.
nowhere.
All
lots of
blessings.
shit starting. Mike in the background. Mike, what up, Mike?
Mike and Ike.
Yeah.
We got DJ Benny in the
Benny
house.
Gonzalez is in
Benny,
the
Benny,
background, too. What up? Yeah.
Right.
Hey, it's how we do it, man. Stick with us. Cut It Up Music, man.
All right. Word. Thank y'all.
Shout out to